Adehye mmemu nyina adwo. Omemu ni amano ne nsema ne bre aso. Na yaboaboa no sekase ebo no eno ene edi emamo. This rich chocolate drink, special ice ensio, and a special drinks, womo, and a etaye chia kaseboy, yekin kind edi amamo, yenshe ensema obabetim ebi.
Committee a womo hwehwese vaccine a wode ebe wo Ghana fo na de di kan ba ye no na dwrim die bi akoso no enne na committee no etena ase a womo ebom.
Apomuden so afo edi atu dwa say COVID-19 Sputnik V vaccine si agent odi Ghana no wacha contract no.
Emrahye bedwafo na yaka kire womo se womo hwe na se obi eye adwuma ye bebo no ho ban wo pra ene emu nsem no ye betimi ahwe nipa no yie no samra no womo hwe na nka womo nyintum se de be ya ebeboa wono mu a eye nkrofo nyuma.
Ena ye World Youth Skills Day empanyifo edi day ewo enkran.
Afia ye call Accra Range Hospital. Ene womo nyamfihia enum efibra wo ye esiesie ema ene ya be ye krabehwe no efihia enum no waheda ahye hofa.
Enyumaifo Kubatan Trade Union Congress any akuhuro essay eba no agreement anase entiase apama wo tied ne aban no ekwa empepi ubekombekom no na enema bebre enkoyi.
SMP ka ho ne debra mu wakasebo be midin e de Akosua Sarpong mene
Obahima Afia Akyere Asiedu
Afia kasebo no emu ensem elie abedwakuo enipa enkono a wonom etena vaccine eno ho asem ebeto odwa na wo kyese ebo no sede esitie wapegyam ede akwakogina baabi sede nkawiase nyina yese yenton no enya sa na Ghana nko ade yekokoto no eno nti wabo abedwakuo nipa nkono a wo mo atena asem no so ene da edikan na osofo a wono na wo hwe apomuden ho nsem ono onyafo kwaku agimamenu wono ne kokko pie mu e wa abedwakuo yi animu a wode ensem ahodo etu edwa.
Other arrangements in place. What motivated me, the ministry, to go this direction was the fact that supplies from the big platforms we were going to get were going to be delayed for nearly 6 months. And that was when we have had our second wave and people have started dying. In fact, in February, we got the most fatalities throughout the time that we have had COVID. So there was some sort of panic in the ministry to find vaccines. We targeted in our vaccine plan to vaccinate 20 million Ghanaians for our herd immunity. So in our efforts to get vaccines, we have registered with COVAX for big volumes, registered African Medicine Supply Platform for big volumes, but we thought that we couldn't wait for 6 months. So let us find something to fill the gap, especially to maintain the vaccine hesitancy challenge we had overcome after the president and the big people like you had vaccinated in public for Ghanaians to notice that there wouldn't be any challenges with vaccines. Our fear was that if you stop vaccination for a long period, it might come back again. So we needed to go this way. Now, presently, if you ask me whether I will go back for a private thing or not, my answer will be no. Why? Because my appetite and the enthusiasm we had around that time to sign this contract is no more there. Why? Because the delivery schedules that have been promised by COVAX is very close now. We are now about mid-July, and by end July, early August, we may begin to receive doses from COVAX. That is the arrangement we have for vaccine supplies into the country now. The African Medicine Supply Platform had shifted us from AstraZeneca to Johnson & Johnson. Johnson & Johnson had not been approved by Ghana FDA, and they also gave us indications of supplies beginning from August. We are now waiting for these platforms to perform. If they fail, that will mean that we may have to start again looking for intermediaries to work on it. And if you look at the strategy that we took in the ministry, honorable colleagues, though we were looking for close to about 43 million doses, when we got the opportunity to buy Sputnik, we only signed for 3.4 million. Why? Because we thought that we'll get our vaccines to begin to flow. And so we didn't need to lock ourselves up into large volumes of vaccines any longer. That is my explanation. We have other plans that will bring in vaccines as soon as possible.
Minister, thank you for your time. You respect Parliament. Of course, you're a member of Parliament. You have a retreat all through the weekend. And I'm sure Monday, 9 a.m. you can...
Honorable Chair, if the time can be pushed to 10 a.m. in the morning.
10, very well.
That will be better for me.
Vice Chair says that it's granted. So 10 a.m. we expect you to be here.
Ghana pomudin so afọ no abukọ kwajima menu essay baby na yeje Sputnik V vaccines no efi ede boa ma COVID-19 yesusu ano no na yin agent Sheikh Ahmed Dalmok say the ababeto dwa say contract ya ni agent no wo twam esan say enuro no ontimi fa bi emayin bio.
And luckily for us, we had received some doses of vaccines from the COVAX initiative. Ghana, luckily, was the first country to have received from COVAX initiative. They have given us a delivery schedule from COVAX for supplying us with AstraZeneca. Unfortunately, after the first delivery, it was immediately announced that India had stopped exports of all vaccines. We were making efforts at the time to try to take all our vaccines from bilateral and multilateral institutions and organizations. Immediately after India's ban, that was announced to us by COVAX, the other area we were looking at to take supplies, African Medicine Supply Platform, also announced to us that they couldn't supply from India. And they were going to give us vaccines that would drop into our country around August. So it was like my situation to look for vaccines to protect Ghanaians at a time when we were dying in bigger numbers than the previous year was heightened. So my enthusiasm was to try to find vaccines at all costs. That is what actually helped me or pushed me to accept the $19 price which culminated into the agreement. And, Mr. Speaker, I was being guided, actually, by the fact that after the EI 61, which declared a pandemic in the country, was passed by Parliament, all along in my dealings, my thinking had been that I could go ahead and do certain things in this abnormal situation and come back to regularize after things had gone down a little bit for me. So that was the motivation with which I went ahead to do this particular transaction. After we have signed the contract, they gave us 2 weeks to supply the first 300,000 we ordered, based on our ability to give them letters of credit as part of the terms of the agreement. Our letters of credit delayed, and it got to them sometime. Then they came back after they have confirmed that they had run out of stocks. So Russia was going to supply them more stocks, and they will supply us within 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, we inquired, and they said they still hadn't got the supplies. So we started engaging them that if that is the matter, they should permit us amicably to withdraw from the contract so that we can do something different to find vaccines for ourselves, because our faith in them to supply was winning. So we continuously started pushing pressure on them. They gave us July delivery, and it's like we have been pressurizing them to give us the vaccines to no serious avail. And then yesterday, they said us, actually they gave us verbal invitation, verbal notice that they will not be able to supply any longer. And so we requested, they then terminate the agreement, which they had actually done. So as we sit here, I believe there's no contract between the two of us. We haven't done any payment as yet.
Ekuo ayefre womo Ghana Region of OSHA Association of the United Nations womo eye ekuo a womo de womo kon ema adwumayefo na no ena womo kire se ye wo bill bi wo ho a wo se empanifo hwe na nka womo gitum e wo mrahye bedwam so womo gitum e beboa ama nkrofo nnwuma a womo adwumayefo eye no obebo wo ho ban e de afiri ohaw ene atete bia e bekoso e wo adwumamu ho.
Occupational Safety and Health Bill bill bia se no ye hwe se mpanfo etimi paase ana wo mo agitu a ebetumi abo adwumayefo ho ban ni titiriw efa edem bia wo betumi adie enam adwuma bia wo mo na eno enam mpanfo akire mu se ni moni mu oya no eye mrahye bedwomfo wo mutumi hwe na wo mo gye saa bill no etumi etum na sansem we nyina no otitirani a woda ekuo ya no ya wo sanso adwuma ma United Nations kwamena amoasi ando ena odi tu dwa ya wo kire mu se se animwani mu ya no mahye bedwamfo mo hwe na mo ya hu bibi na owura na okasa e wodwumadie bia wo mo eye de executive director Environmental Protection Agency Dr. Henry Kwabena Kukufu wo mo de ne beka association no ehu na wo kire mu se saa bili akọ parliament be te se mfie aduasanie besi saa bili enyade a wo motumi agetum na wo mutumi ya ebetumi aboa abo adwumayefo ho ban pa e wo oman Ghana mu
association edwuma ye yan de ye hwede bedwuma bia ne mu atoyantam bi nsi ho na ono na abofo for the safety no bia wo bia wa wo fiempo wo ha atoyantam betum esi ho na ye church nkrofo yimidi a unam do a ebetum na aboa madam atoyantam no onsi ho na so besi mpo a osi a on people nkrofo ana nkunkum nkrofo nti ono ne ye ho edwuma nti edwuma oye workplace na
Commission Emma Technical and Vocational Education Training CTVET no ye dwumadie bi a wo mo de ayensa no dwumate se wo mesua mo ama emebunum na acting director general Dano Dr. Freche Asamoah woni acting chief executive officer Emma National Youth Authority Owura Nelson Owusu Ansa o maka boma wodi World Youth Skills Day ene
Abusuafo yen nyina we so na yenye aboafo nkrato emra sisia. Yamamu akwa abafe ye to akase bono eso a na Greater Accra Regional Hospital obi anim se ye friend Rage ewo Rage wo enkranmantem ase no emfinhie num nie ena mpanimfo ye ensiesi a ofiti ase se wo ye adwuma na wahyeda ahye ho efa ye nim se empa one more yade ebeko wakoja ehwe no eye 420 bed capacity ni nyina mu no empanimfo kire se nyame ayebi
Regional Hospital kaneno na ye friend Ridge Hospital no na eno enampanyfo ehwe ya wo mu agency adwumadie wo ho a eno no wo mu etumi epeja mu ema no beye ultramodern 420 bed capacity hospital ya ho no specialist bi ani wo a wo hwehwe a eno ewo apomudin mu a wunya bi ewo eye Greater Accra Regional Hospital ho na eno na wo mu ekire mu se wo mu anya mfienum ya wo mu ehye ho fa na wabra Deputy Minister for Health Honorable Alhaji Mahama Asei Seni ekasa ewo anniversary lunch no ase no ode tu dwase management Emma Hospital womo ayade pa se womotumi ahwe asepiti isu ye na aban kra no wani so de hunu se obetumi aboa asi apomudin ahodo bi ti sesei ewo oman Ghana mu.
In federal to government commitment to expand and improve health sector infrastructure, the one district hospital project is actively underway across the country to give real meaning to accessible quality healthcare delivery. I want to point out to management and staff of the Greater Accra Regional Hospital, and for that matter, all health facilities, and public and private, that there is the need to continually improve patients' waiting time, client-staff relationship, patient satisfaction, patient safety, constant viability and efficient use of essential drugs, treatment outcomes, the proper use of ICT to manage patients and medical records.
Medical Director Emma Greater Accra Regional Hospital Dr. Emmanuel Srofenyo of Akwanya Wesu e de adesrede etumpanyifo animu say
demand for healthcare services in the region is increasing. It's increasing rapidly. And so even though we now have a 420 bed capacity hospital, the demand is still high, and we still have situations where patients will come and may not have bed, or sometimes we have to discharge somebody in order to get a bed space for another new person who is coming in. And so we want to use this opportunity to appeal to the authority to look at the possibility of building the second phase, which has been earmarked long ago. The second phase has been earmarked as part of the first phase. The hospital design was implemented phase 1 and phase 2. It is only the phase 1 that has been built. The phase 2 is yet to be built. That will lift the hospital from 420 bed capacity to 620 bed capacity, in addition to other ancillary services that are very much needed. All those things are within the phase 2. So we are appealing to the authorities to look at it seriously for us.
Womo adiko wienu na GJA womo president Roland Afel Mornings yokoko piemu odwumadie no asibie so de betu dwa ye futu ma sentrofo nyina se
menyim journalist bi a wo Liberia wo krom ha wo ba hospital nti Niger bi from Niger nti this the time here stories in such a way there so wo ba se bi near reach hospital pen obey Ghana nyans kasembe ye na say if your tourism last year in about 3.8 billion dollars na target abani target $5 billion dollars by 2022 na if 80% of skawunya from tourism fee central for nyama ya chocho nti o che de say o de cho sorry such a way there one we transition and Nigeria Benin Togo nya wo bakrum ha wo ba ne heska sem obeye Ghana wafa ne tampan we fra
Empanyifo mu da Ghana Trade Union Congress ano ene ekuo bi ti se NAT Public Utilities Workers Union ena wo manya emwanso ede afi Rosa Luxembourg Stefan adwumeko no enchen wo mu nyina ye nhyiamudie bi ato adwen na de wo kan se wonte ase e ba so ne aban esan contractor ase dwimudie ene kataso mumuaso ekoso enti wo hwe anamo mbetu a saa de ne ebema eto etwa
ya ehye mu ha no ye teams for na ye frɛ National
Ghana National Association of Teachers. Emma almost super kayo. Ya bobo nsem na nsem a ye bobo no agreements are Ghana for the agreements are you sign any or more companies if amanone ebano. Enya omo mfa amanone ba kwa na companies kwa wo Ghana no. Say a bus ebia I'm saying a example of beboa. Over PDS. Ombe fa ECG. Na ansa na ombe ba no you sign agreement. Sign agreement no. Ya na amanfo ehunu papa. Eno ne de kan. Eye kra ye nim say agreement bi kra ewo ho. Na obehwe mo no na agreement no ena enye. Ena ama omo ba beto electricity anase go man na yi no. Ama omo de amrika omo ba no. Agreement no omo de ba no. Ya na ye ehunu bio. Enti no ena ye bobo di a ye didi ni say yen Ghana for enye union for nkran e say bie ni na agreement a aban e sign maye no yetimi hu de wom eno na efe no public contracts o de bibia e bia ade bia efa ye gudie ana say ade yankopon de ache ye fisheries ye gold ye forestry ni ade na constitution de ache oba amanpaninsa so onwe so and my panel appointing ministers. And this is a cobasa contractor. Usually, no, there are no ministers and a sign a man Ghana for. Normally, they are co-parliament. And there's some back when you talk to our hands. I then I am father no co-parliament, Cramo Munchum, and more comments, Kwan sign agreement. You know, no more you sign near the co-parliament, so more approval. Oh, not you can say, Neman Koya, and I almost say agreement with the co-parliament, you know. Agreement because to say and so your parliament 1 day 2 days so mfanwe esa we MP kura na wo ha yes san wo di mu yes mo approve nso kura na document no hu ye sisi ano ye ni abie e wo contract sem no ho enti ye nti usufo ye be fagin na ya kan adwumafo nyina bom na ye ne mu media fo ye de ade ya tudwa ama Ghana fo nyina hu se contractor aban any the ministers no almost since amaye no ebi nye na ye make sure say who sign contract am man no also who say dey am sign or the mfaso bi bebre Ghana na mom emfa enye mfaso ya dey koma sebe abrofo mu fu mu kuro mu a omu ba be fa ya gudie ne nema aka no akọ
ya ade a ese oman ni la Ghana fo yina ye ma ye ni ekosa ani o ma ya ekoso na wona ye di tumi a hye wo mo nsa no omo be hwese oman ni ye die oman no tuntuo ebe pru ankrankro bia no profit anaze ni interest
Emprepi no yana Ghana for ebinom eka se obi ye bone ketewa bi a wodi nipa ne kogina court na se ye de no koto na Afia na ye ka se enipa no ade a wo ye esua ebia nke ebetimi ama na koprapra krom ana ye betwa adobi mpo e de ama no saa ensemi eye de wode agu apono so a wo hwe se empanimfo betimi ayen sakyeraye e wo ye mra ne bi mu eno enam so ama Crime Check Foundation Women Open Society Initiative for West Africa Afia Ghana Police Service Social Welfare Department eno matiasi asantemantemu a wo mo echechero manfo e wo saa emre yi hia ehia senkan sakyeraye ebemu a ankebeboa
Crime Check Foundation any Open Society Initiative for West Africa akambum ya Ghana Police Service any Social Welfare Department eka ho bi ya wo kyerɛkyerɛ emra ene nhyehyɛye ede akyerɛ MMDH sene beye ebeboa won ama wonum nso ahunu mu yie na wahu kwan obefa so a wode beye adwuma ewo wonum empotemu na project coordinator ya woda adwumadie ya no Mrs Susanna Osei Kunadu ekyire mu a sene a ene Ghana mabunu dodo na di bone ama yedi won ekọ neduafie no ano odin kakra susu ebi wo hono ma anka mansi numu no emra ne hyehye ebi wo anka obetimi asakyere mu sene be ya wono ma ebedi bone no anka obepe kwan bi odi won befa so ama waye adwuma won potemu a wote no na ate enipa dodo a ewo eneduafie no eso
ye pese assembly for enhu dwumadi a ewo so omudi eboa vagrants eye obi a sebe ohia nti onhye dani baabi ti se oye adwuma ana se onhye dani baabi da na sankrofo yi no emra efa won ho a assembly ahyehye no mpempi ya na omo efom saa amra na ebra woni mpo se wo fom saa amra no ene no ye kyerɛkyerɛ vagrants yi emra efa won ho na ya sasre assembly no nso so se wo mo fa e wo se omo eye eboa vagrants no se ye fa ne te se sanitation issue a ye nyina nim se wo se obia take care of ni waste a oye eno ne ye se obe register for dustbin na watwia wo ball akase ye ba be fa nso ye nyina ye nim se nsate ye nyina enyepe bin no kwa no onye sika na odi akwa register se ye de ne court ni ye fine no na se wentimi entwi a na kire se okwa akowiem ewo Afiase Crime Check Foundation so de yem pese Afiase ebebo apeso fi se ye nyina ye nim se ehwa aba apeso pa enti no yesa de ka ho se ade enti na aban pass the non-custodial sentencing bill no into law said the beya sankrofo yi a omo from assembly mra no yemfa won enko Afiase na yebema omaye community sentence.
UTV Nsɛmtwerɛfoɔ ne presiding member wa Asokore Mampo Municipal Assembly Honorable Matthew Emisa edi nkomo
enne wo hwɛ mrare a ye kana mini so obi ho a ofu se mra bia ni ho but yama na hu se that at 79 emma kwan assembly ne kwan se obɛhyehyɛ mra na ɔde mra ne bɛyɛ adwuma tese so ya kyerɛ mo hu se even ufie kura no wo se wote ho na woni ho ni na se assembly ne ba na oba ba ye hwehwem no hu ne se udifo a emra wo ho se ye de wo fa so bi te se stray animals ana mo a egya won ma won ante basabasa ye ha se ye wo ha ya bo hu dawru abo emre nipa bibra beti se emra wo ho a se utu ana mo bi na se wantu ni yi a ebetimi adi na de wakwakoto Afiase.
Commission Emma Technical and Vocational Education Training. One acting Director General, Dr. Freche Asamoah. One acting Chief Executive Emma National Youth Authority. Nelson also answer Akaboma Omedi World Youth Skills Day.
Omampanyi se sobia betumpon wana brabo mu a na ese onya nimdie bi onya bibia obetimi aye na ida se obetimi abie na dwuma ana se obetimi obi betimi afa no na dwumam eno na nioma bebre a ebra enei ye boho dero na ye di emabunu da ewo adesua mu insano adwuma sua ani nimdie mu no ene de ye nyina ne se ye ka kire Ghana ma nyina ne se omomoden se obehwe se obenya skills bi if you say so wo nsano adwuma bi anaso wo nimdie bi a eye soronko a eno ne betimi ama watimi abia adwuma anaso obi bia adwuma obetimi afaw ntini ye ma won tirinkwa ewo edawe a wiase nyina ye si ho se nimdie nsano adwuma ho hia so obi benya nsano adwuma bi na brabo matumpon no ye tu Ghana man nyina afo se won momoden se akwane se nyina so no obe hwe akwanya Ghana man edi egu ho se ye biebie school a tete nsano adwuma afoforo ne ye pejam na ye de ankrankra wono wo adwuma ba beka ho se nsano adwuma ho sua na ye bon ho dero se wono a okonsa no adwuma no enye wono a wabon no ye de tu Ghana man nyina afo se won momoden se obefa sa akwanya na watimi anya bibi aye emfa ho se wawie secondary school emfa ho se wawie university emfa ho se oye wa ankaso adwuma akwanya wo bibia se ubenya skills bi ene mabu na ye di won da se ehia evi se o mabu omranti bremu maba wa bremu no ena wunya ensano adwuma sua bi ana wunya ntitie bi a eno na obetimi dia ye adwumaden na ebra wa ye mre no ehon mfaso aba ama wasetena mu aye boko na ahokyere bi ama
ye kan ensano adwuma na nye wo be hye bempreduasa obi bia ye so wanko school a eja wakosua ensano adwuma na ye ka ensano adwuma so ye sua no wo school dem nti obi bia wako school no akosua ensano adwuma ne ye wo technical university wo de konkra ha ye wo Accra Technical University Kumasi ye wo Kumasi Technical University ashita bebia saa ne ɛwɔ vocational schools technical schools ne nyinaa yɛka bɔ mu a ne yɛfrɛ no ɛyɛ TVET ɛyɛ nsano adwuma ana adwumasua no na mehyɛ mu nkuran sɛ sɛdeɛ aban no tumi ama n'ani ako ɛyɛ nsano adwuma ho na afei obi a ɔgye ntetie biara saa no aban na adwene so ɔbɛboa no wanam ɔtu a wotuo biara no sɛ wohwɛ deɛ ɛkɔ so wɔ man nim na take advantage puto kase mebeka sɛ mfasoɔ ne adepe wɔ bia no nso apɛ bie na ade ba ya so ya ɛyɛ national youth authority ye butaye pa ne sɛ ye betimi abɔ modern ne aboa ma Ghana mabunu ne titiru ye nkwado mo gentete wɔ sukuu mu from the JHS level a mo de pagya kɔ nyina no ye ba mu mahunu no mate ase sɛ de ɛyɛ insanu adwuma ne sukuu na wokosua wa insanu adwuma no ɛho hia pa if so hwɛ Ghana mamu ha sɛ wokɔ adwuma bia mu na nka me ha manu nka enipa edu na wɔ hɔ a emu enso ana nwɔtwe de nsanu adwuma ɛna du ma akɔwura hɔ miɛnsa bi na ebia ɔmu do mu ni nsanu adwuma ɔmu de yɛ adwuma wɔ hɔ ɛnu nti ade nti na ɛma yɛ ni nkɔ ho na sɛ mmaburu nso bɛgye atom a ne gyina kwan a yafa so ni ɔmu akasa na ɛmo ma akwankyerɛ deɛ puto kasɛm yɛbɛka no the mentoring and the coaching must take place within the TV sector sɛ deɛ bɛyɛ nkwadaa no dodoɔ na abɛhunu fa so ɛwɔ so sɛ ɔmbɛ mu ɔmani abere na ɔmu do ɔmu ho awura saa ntetie nim
yenye aboafo nkrato etosom yenu embra sesia Yamamo akwaba yeto akase bono so na ye ko asante mantemposi atenaye krata a ababeto yapno so anwumre afri asante mantempost command no na wonum asem a omo kan ene se watro krata e de abre wo mo we e complaint na chese say ye bokwa adu ana petition a efri multimedia group eho omo chese onumunyamfo Kennedy ohene Japan mrahwebedwani a wo Asin Central Constituency wabo wonum adwuma yeni ntre ha ora Erastus Asaredonko omo chese wabo no ntre ha nti wo matro krata de akoma posifo eno achi no de toso mienu omo chese womo hwepa na asem no hwehwemu bia esefata se womo ebeye na omanfo ehunu de ekono anase womo mebobokwa adu no watimi ama omahunu se de ensem no si eko wose police regional command no womo epese omo ka kire omanfo nyina so omo wo ho ede ma omo behwe se obia womo ebebo nipakro ho ban na afe emra no so atimi aye adwuma ne afa ne pepepe de toso nan wose womo ebehwe se omo bebo enipa ene agapade nyina ho ban e wo mantam ni mu enu nti obia enka na koma ento wonom eyem na womatuo mu asi so omo de beye adwuma de toso enum womo kire se aposifo omo kwan na omo ntimi nya enhwehwemu a ese fata se de beye asem na omo betimi ahunu de etuamu ankasa na enhwehwemu na timi asi de toso nsia womo kire se omo ka kire omanfo nyina se obia anya na famu de eno ne se adanse bia wo ho a wo nipa no wo wate anasa wo bibia betimi aboa ma asem yatimi akọ nanim ntentem no na wadaro ma wafrɛ wonom number ya me de tudwai wo se hotline no owo 18555 5 ne yemiensa nti uba 18 5555 anase wo be frɛ 191 ena 0299 202240 sa number si nyina no se ofra womo ebeje ofeso enti womo ehwe se obi adanse bi wo ho a ode ebeba sa krata owura David Ajem Deputy Commissioner of Police Deputy Regional Commander owa Asante Mantem no ena nensa ehyasie
amaniba eto yapno so se Jasin hina owo apinto nanan matsan konwa he wo takwa ensue mu ato mantam emo Dr. Nana Adakwa bedi akon a otoso miensa wayira omanfo nsusu se Jasin hine nipa bonfo bi he no makidnap no anaso mache no edi no asie when nam so ma public relations officer or Western Regional Police Command DSP Olivia Adikum UTV en na twetwen komo wo se wo mo so atetetetin saa afi komafo no enchen na de aka ne so mbenya information ankasa afi Takwa Divisional Police for enchen wo chema wo se enura na ebeto dwa se Jasin hine wayira na achiame hine wo apinto na nakwabana obo a otoso mienu ese Jasin hine Dr. Nana Adakwa bedi akon a otoso miensa yesi wayire enura wo mahu ne car no kaki etuani ni mobile phones nyina egum enso ono ankasa Dr. Nana Adakwa bedi akon a otoso miensa no wo mo enhu no aye arehosem e de ama manfo a wo mo apinto ene atoemantemu enyina
yet was one na ye call Makola adwadifo no mekire okanhyi yes Makola ne okanhyi adwadifo no e na UTV Central for no mo akodi enkomo na wo mo so epese wo do ma no eto first lady any second lady akatua eho ensensem no na adwadifo ne nsem a wo mo de to yanim no enie
First and second ladies womo akatua no malawanse ho nsensem eba yedie amanfo akasa bi pa ebi atwa bi mu ada papa akasa enya asem ketwa kra na nsem we no enipa bebre na womo ede womo no atomu bie nam so ema adwadifo a womo wo Makola okanhyi edwemu enso ede womo no atomu bi womo asem nyina ne se womo etai Ghana yem first lady His Excellency Rebecca Akufo-Addo na chipa sika no a wode akono eyade a womo anigye ho pa na nipa wogina womo anamu ekasa ye eye opanyi a woda sa edwa dua no ano eye hajia MPP no chiri mu se kwan ya fa so etwa first lady and second lady wo mo adapa e wo man Ghana mu no ade a anko yie kura fi se free 1992 e na first lady and second lady bia waba o man Ghana mu no yama ne sa sika no bi enu ti se de ye piapia wo mo atikwa ahye wo mo abufuo ama mo di sika no aba no obi a waje sa allowance no ebie no wo mo ebe stress sa nipa kro no wo di sa sika no ebeba se de ebe ya ni nyina no asomdwie betumi aba o man Ghana mu
ma di omojiye omokunu me ye present for no omojiye obinum grant baking po obinum di omoji aya first second lady no me samba ya first lady no omoji jiye enti ensam ne akwaso no nana yiye so no de ensuma ade ompe enti oyi no opese obi ahun se asam de akwaso no wan fansie na so obinum di sie ye ma omo mpesa ehun sika de etua first lady no
adwadifo aka no bie ya wo mu nyina ewo makola okan hyi edwamu ensem sei eno mo de tudwa
ya man allowance o ye tua ne ka o ni nyina ye sika tua so mpede a ane na mampa ne yire no ma atwam ko nyina so omo so omo mpe ye si dwamfo ma ye hwehwe dodina asi nane ne kira ya over the sika mra na ne abepese be ka twa to no say bible amiati asese obi nchina no si nyame nipa ho emfa ne ho totroto enti ba me no amode na to temkuru waso no aye ya president na adodanko Akufo ado asuna na yoko oba no omo mani si ya
keje 2016 lodine shika hu ni mene nananga nyise ne ebododo diodo yeme ni oje kokranfo ni oje fe eba ha yeme amama eka mama ke beli beba je ha me na me wu me gboy me na me papa me gboy me ni stroke efe a me ba ha me wheelchair kona ame ya yusu ene me fe esani government akwa ni beki nkwe ewewu nyumodi encheyu ka be ba hye na ba gbla to aboti aketo gbantente na ba na to aboti asuba na ba na to gbanten suba ewo nye fe nye we a ni nye kwa aboni ni bi yale
Yamamu akwa ba yeko amanoni ensem emo na yeko Germany are hosema etu dwa echese na nsan entem ensu bransa mato atodie ni wode na ensuo na yiri e de afa oman no monten so enye Hong Kong Belgium ene emiamia bebre e wo Western Europe aman no atoye FM enu nam so ama esuo ahoro rivers ho no yiri enti se mekasa die enipa bebre bebro aduanan e na ekum wo mu agukwa na wo chirema wo se enipa bebu aduonum so ayira na de eya so kra ene se adan bebro oha ene akire ni nyina adwegu e wo Germany monten so a omanfo no papa wo hu de obeye e de afa ensu yiri kase a entisa wo chirema bebu emfie du a etwam ni ebinsi da na eyiniti e wo man mu no eho
Sanso ena ukopiem e wo South Africa man ni mu a yenim se free bread a wo mo e kan ye se enkane mampanyi Jacob Zuma yemfa no enkotumu no e ade a omanfo ate wo ho agu emontene so na wo mo aye ye kire saa enam so ama se de esi ekro no wo de asojafo ena eba wo kire se wo mo ena emra emehwe se de be ya enipa no wo mo ebejai se wo mo to hye enkrofo so e wo oman ni mu
wo South Africa mamu mene mo kasa idie eho eda so ehudendenden efiri bra wo mo mampanyin dada Jacob Zuma ono ade ne ho koma a police force wo kwa serve jail term bia eno wo mode man se wonko dem be ti 15 months mene mo kasa yi looting ene se de krum aye basabasa no eda wo so a ekoso enam so ema oman no wo mo asrafo wo mo reserve wo ho nyina no wo mo ate wo ho agumonten a wo mo ekirem so wo mo mra meboa se de be ya ekomu ye anase asomdwe betumi aba ewo oman no mu na wo South Africa man mu no wo army chief Lieutenant General Lawrence Mbata e de order aba monten se asojafo wo bia enye ready ya wo ebeti wo ho agu monten nam so ama Ministry of Defense kra wo so edi statement aba se wo ye sojani a wo ba monten asesa wo niema nyina se de be ya eno no ye betumi ede wato baabi ama otumi akoboa ama asumdwe aba South Africa man mu ene mo kasa asojafo bibiri no wo ate wo agu KwaZulu Natal eni nkronkro ahodo bi a basabasa ye no ama ne homne so pa wo ho a ni nyina no wo hwe hwɛ ni mu so ombetumi aboa ama asomdwe aba South Africa man mu
Ebuzafo haya na yede kase bono esie
Mede asida Emma LS Couture obapa medase papa eni mi jam seat fefefa wo de amame ewo Dansoman Junction eho na boutique no ewo Oben Fisherman's House LS Couture number 0244 378740 0244 378740 Glamour by Pinnacle miti fefefe mo ena mo ye mame salon no so ewo Sakomono Junction one Allied Filling Station edi inhwani mom 0277 430
Midin di Akosua Sarpong. Mene
Obahima Afia Asiedu.
Yama momo ne hwa